go ahead and find something that's under $100 and find some stocks that's like $20 and buy 5 of them. And
Mm.
now I don't have any fear because now if it dips and I lose it, hey, I found the money anyway. So it's multiple things I would do with it, and just depends on the circumstances of each individual and what situation they're in at the time. And but those are advice that I would do if I find $100.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, y'all. Chile, and I'm gonna ask all of you guys this question because I like this question. I got a $20,000 windfall. Amen. Amen. I got a
Mm,
$20,000 windfall. How do I divide that across the pillars?
mm. That's a very good question. $20,000, and depending on where you live, you may be able to do a lot with it. Let's just take Massachusetts, because Massachusetts is an expensive state, right? So let's just take it like you're in an expensive state and you got a windfall of $20,000. So I would do something like my client is doing. So she wants to buy a two-family home, but she's like, I don't want to be house poor. She is we're looking in an area in Massachusetts called Springfield, which is about an hour and 45 minutes away from Boston. But she can get a two-family there for between 400,000 and 450, versus buying closer to the city, and a two-family is going to be 800,000 to 900,000.
Mm,
So she also is a first-time home buyer. You don't have to be a first-time home buyer, but she also is a first-time home buyer. The mortgage that she's getting, she only has to put 3% down. She also qualifies for down payment assistance. You also can, in this buyer's market, try to negotiate with the seller to get seller concessions at closing that can contribute to your closing costs or buying down your interest rate, so that you can come to the table with as little as possible. So let's just say a $400,000 two-family home, right? And I know
mhm,
some people who are on here or who will listen to the replay are in markets where there are multifamilies. You might call it a duplex or a triplex. You can
mhm,
even do this with a single family home and rent rooms and everything like that. That's another topic for another time.
mm,
But let's just say 3% down on that $400,000 home is $12,000. So she's got 20. 3%
mhm,
down is 12. Well, we're going to go in and we're actually submitting an offer today. We're going to ask that seller to contribute 1 to 2% back for closing costs. So she may get 4 to $8,000 back from the seller towards the
mm,
closing costs. So that'll free up that other $8,000, and she only has to put down 12,000, she'll get the 8 back, and now she has $8,000. Well, she may need to do some improvements on that house. So you might want to put it aside, maybe out of that 8, another 4. You have $4,000 left. Let's see. You can invest in the stock market. You can pay down high interest debt because you're about to buy a property. You want to pay down some debt, pay down some high interest debt. But I would do that. I would invest some money in the stock market, and or take some of it, and if you have some outstanding credit cards, we want to be as liquid as we can without a high interest. Pay down some of those credit cards. That's what I would do. I would try to do a double or triple whammy. Try to grab a property, try to pay down some high interest debt, and try to invest in the stock market.
mm. Jermaine, what do you say? I got a windfall. How do I divide it across all four pillars, with you being having experience in all the four pillars?
Okay, since I'm gonna try to tap in on all 4 pillars, right?
Uh-huh.
Let me start in the one where I'm least experienced. And since I'm here in Southern California, what I would do with the real estate is I take 5,000, pay off a month mortgage, right? Freeze it up the mortgage that way.